Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who will well. Peace and mercy to the Tazadak Akim out there that's laboring this truth with all sincerity. I want to say Shalom. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, I'm going to do a lesson, just, quick lesson going into, just being disciplined. Because, Passover is coming up, coming this Saturday. And, technically, that's, it's a new year for us, It's a new year for us. A lot of Jake, they celebrate the new year in January, but, we really the new year really begins around, the springtime, all right, around the time of Passover. So when we entering this, new year, we want to basically train ourselves to be more disciplined, especially, in the times that we're in, you want to be more spiritually disciplined. Okay. We want to study to show ourselves approved. We want to walk more in the spirit. So we want to fulfill the lust of the flesh. But all these things, come in the form of just being more disciplined, So I'm gonna just make this quick. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse. I'm gonna start from verse 23. And this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaker thereof with you. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. I'm going to read it in the NOT. It says, don't you realize that in the race everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win, and that's what we're doing. We're wanting to win the prize of what? Being elect. Striving, for our crown. Being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom of heaven. Receiving salvation. That's the prize, not being destroyed by those nuclear missiles that's going to hit Babylon the Great, and ultimately, being, like I said before, being crowned by Yahweh Shai, and, enduring temptation. Okay. So we have to, be on fire in this truth, man. Scriptures speak about when you're lukewarm, the Lord will spew you out his mouth. So we have to, just be more on fire, have the spirit of Jeremiah, because, Jeremiah was on fire. So we have to strive, to win that prize, and we know when you try to, win a prize or a trophy, you have to put your all into it. Okay. Just like, it's going to go into it. So verse 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. So let me go into the word striveth for the mastery. Okay. In the Greek, it reads
Strong's G75. Agonizomai.
Agonizomai. Salakia. It reads, to enter a contest, contend in the gymnastic games, to contend with adversities, fight, to contend, struggle with difficulties and danger, to endeavor with strenuous zeal, strive to obtain something. That's what we're doing. We're striving to obtain the prize. Okay. Throughout, even through difficulties, through struggle, the scriptures speak about enter ye the straight gate. So we understand that for us to obtain this crown, we have to go through difficult, going through difficulties, but we still got to fight through it. We still have to fight through it. Okay. We still got to labor through, the pain, through the difficulties, and that all comes through, a great way of overcoming these things is being disciplined. And I'm going to go into the word temperate. So I'm going to read it again. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. So let me go into the word temperate. It means to be self-controlled. All right, to exhibit self-government conduct, oneself temporarily. Okay, so we have to be self-controlled. The scriptures speak about, matter of fact, let me get it. Proverbs 25, real quick, and 28. It reads, He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So you have to rule your spirit. Okay? All right, and a part of ruling your spirit is, controlling, your flesh, your lust. Okay? Controlling your emotions. Not panicking. This is all a part of, about being disciplined, being temperate. Okay? So going back, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read right here. It says, in a figure drawn from athletes who, in preparing themselves for the games, abstain from unwholesome food, wine, and sexual indulgence. And you see a great example is that is boxers. Before they fight, when they have an upcoming fight, they obtain from sex. They obtain from certain foods and liquor. Because so they could be more on point. So they could be ready for the fight. And that's exactly what we have to do. We have to apply this to the spirit. We have to obtain from our lust, from our flesh, and walk more in the spirit. As Galatians the 5th chapter goes into. Okay, so we could obtain that crown. So we won't fall. Even though our righteousness are filthy rags, but we still have to fight and be disciplined, be self-controlled. This is how we have to apply these things to our lives. So I'm gonna read it again. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, right? So these athletes, they discipline. They're disciplined in their training to obtain a corruptible crown. A trophy. Being rewarded, by the world. Which is corruptible because it's temporary. Okay. It's temporary. So it reads, but we in incorruptible. Yeah, because what we're striving for is to be the first fruits, in the kingdom of heaven, being the elect. All right, which we know that the kingdom of heaven is going to be as an everlasting kingdom. We're going to rule forever. But we want to be the first fruits. We don't want to see destruction. We don't want to be destroyed, by fire. So we're striving for something much greater than, the corruptible crown. We're striving for something that's immortal. So I'm reading the NOT. It says, 1 Corinthians 9 and 25 in the NOT. It says, all athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away. So, they receive, a trophy, or they might receive a lump sum of money, which we know, the scriptures speak about that, riches profit not in the day of the Lord's wrath. So it's unprofitable. It's vain. You see? It reads, but we do it for an eternal prize, which is, receiving the kingdom of heaven. Being the first fruits, because we know that all Israel is going to be saved, but we know 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are going to be destroyed on this side by fire. But the elect, along with the 1/3, okay, Salakia, the 144,000, along with the 1/3, which is the elect, all right, are going to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and they're going to receive salvation. Okay. It reads, verse 26, I therefore so run, not as uncertainty, so fight I not as one that beateth the air. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So I'm gonna read it in NOT, starting from verse 26. It says, "So I run with purpose in every step. I am not just shadow boxing." So everything we do, every step we take in this truth, it has to be with the purpose. All right. Even having conversations, there has to be a purpose behind having certain conversations. The scriptures speak about let holiness be in your conversation. Okay. So it reads, I'm gonna read it again. "So I run with purpose in every step. I am not just shadow boxing." So we running with a purpose in every step in this ministry, studying, okay, to show ourselves approved, reading, keeping the laws, the statutes, the commandments to the best of our ability, fasting, we fast with a purpose, okay, a form of fasting is you supplicating to the Lord. All right. So everything we do in this ministry is with the purpose. All right. It says, "I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I myself might be disqualified." Right. So we disciplining our bodies, in this truth. The scriptures speak about matter of fact, let me get it. Body subjection. Let me get it. Our bodies is a sacrifice. Bodies, sacrifice. Let me get it real quick. Let me Google it real quick. Living bodies. I think it's living. Salakia. Living bodies. Yep. So this is Romans 12:1. "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service." So our bodies are a living sacrifice. So we have to be disciplined, by what? We go out. How is our bodies a living sacrifice? By going out there on the highways and byways and teaching this truth. Being in season and out of season. Okay? That's how our bodies are a living sacrifice. So we have to train our bodies to be disciplined, and a part of that is, by studying, and not being a hypocrite, applying the scriptures to your life and going out there, reading the scriptures, studying, and going out there and teaching it. Okay? All right? So, with that, I'm going to just wrap it up. Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. With that, shalom.